You are standing in an You're standing in an open field. The air suddenly smells like metal, and the hair on your arms lifts straight up. You have less than a second before something 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun tears through the sky and reaches for the tallest thing around. Right now, that tallest thing's you. You might picture this as an instant death sentence. It usually isn't. Most people struck by lightning survive, and according to the National Weather Service, only a small fraction of strikes are fatal. So the real question is not whether you die. The real question is what a bolt of raw electricity actually does to a living human body in the fraction of a second it passes through. Let's slow that fraction of a second down. A lightning bolt is not fire. It is a channel of superheated air carrying an enormous electrical charge, and it can reach temperatures far hotter than anything on Earth's surface. When it connects with you, it does not politely flow through your veins like current through a wire. Your body is a poor, messy conductor. So the electricity does something strange. It often races across the outside of your skin instead of through your core. Scientists call this a flashover. Your sweat and rainwater essentially vaporize in an instant, and that explosive burst of steam can blow your shoes and clothes clean off your body. Think about that. The clothes are gone, but you are still breathing. Why? Because the current took the shortcut. That flashover effect is one of the main reasons so many people survive a direct hit. But survival is not the same as walking away unharmed. Inside those milliseconds, your nervous system, the electrical network your brain uses to run your entire body, gets hit with a surge it was never designed to handle. Here is where it gets genuinely bizarre. Some survivors are left with a temporary condition doctors call paralysis. The word simply means lightning paralysis. For minutes or even hours, the person can't move their arms or legs. Their limbs turn pale, cold, and pulseless, as if the body has been switched off from the neck down. And then, often on its own, it switches back on. Dr. Mary Ann Cooper, an emergency physician who spent decades studying lightning injuries, helped bring cases like these into serious medical attention, moving lightning from folklore into documented science. But the strangest thing a lightning strike leaves behind isn't paralysis, it's art. Stay with that idea, because it comes back at the end, and it will change how you picture that field you were standing in. Let's reconstruct the scene. Imagine the electricity entering through your shoulder and searching for the fastest path to the ground. As it moves, it can rupture tiny blood vessels just beneath the surface of your skin. What's left afterward is a pattern of red, branching, fern-like marks that spread across the body, like the roots of a tree or a bolt of frozen lightning tattooed into flesh. These are called Lichtenberg figures. They are named after Georg Christoph Lichtenberg, an 18th century German physicist who first documented these branching electrical patterns in his experiments. On a lightning survivor, they can appear within hours and they often fade within days. For a short time, the shape of the lightning is literally written across your skin. Now, does lightning ever strike the same place twice? You have heard that it doesn't. That is a myth. Lightning strikes tall objects repeatedly, and it strikes people more than once too. Consider the most documented case in history. Roy Sullivan was a park ranger in Virginia, and Guinness World Records recognizes him as the person struck by lightning the most times on record. He was hit 7 separate times across his life and survived every one. His hair was set on fire more than once. He lost a toenail, suffered burns, and reported being able to sense when a storm was turning dangerous. One man, 7 bolts, still standing. Whatever you thought about your own odds, sit with that number for a moment. So why do some people die while others collect scars and stories? The answer is timing, and it is brutally simple. The danger is almost never the burn. The real threat is that the electrical surge can interrupt the rhythm of your heart, causing it to stop. Your heart runs on its own tiny electrical signal, and a big enough jolt can scramble that signal completely. This is why immediate CPR saves lightning victims so effectively. In many cases, the heart's natural pacemaker will actually restart on its own, but the lungs may stay paralyzed for longer. Someone who breathes for the victim in those first minutes can be the entire difference between a fatality and a full recovery. Here is the part almost nobody expects. For many survivors, the hardest damage isn't visible at all. Long after the skin heals, people report memory problems, chronic pain, personality changes, sleep disruption, and difficulty concentrating.